YouTube Shorts are the Lord's gift to humanity, and viral producer YouTube Shorts can turn you into a producer demigod. Maybe. That's what I'm trying to find out in this video. Basically, I'll go through a series of viral producer YouTube Shorts that I've pulled from my feed and put the information into real-time practice by using it all to make one beat from scratch. Oh, and I'll also give each one some arbitrary rating like 11 boy wonders out of 64 wonder girls or something stupid like that. If you enjoy the video, there will be another one like it in the end card that will teach you my new melody making formula, and just under that like button you'll find my free 14 drum kit in one of the first links in the description. Grab that because you'll get some of my dopest sounds, including stuff I've used in placements, and you'll get added to my mailing list where I send loops and information gems weekly. Thanks for listening to my plugs. Let's get into the video.
Are you good? I'm good. Bro.
Dirty secrets industry music producers will never tell you about. They go to sites like Looperman and they look for melody loops. They'll record the melody into Melodyne, and once they have the notes, they'll export it as MIDI so they can load up their own instrument. Some will replace the MIDI with a different instrument so it's undetectable.
The only thing with this one is that I have like no desire to pay any of these prices for Melodyne, like not even a little bit. So the information in this short is largely useless to anyone who didn't buy or pirate Melodyne. But I do have a neat workaround that's pretty poggers. Just go to chordify.com and search a popular song with a melody that you like. This is actually a good alternate strategy since you can make a bet that most professionally released music will have good chord progressions. I actually prefer this workflow to the one Busy suggested because it's kind of hit or miss when you're just going off of random Looperman melodies. So I found the progression to Travis Scott's Stargazing on Chordify and built it out in FL keys, which we will change out for a different instrument pretty soon. I give this YouTube short 7 south sides out of 6 spins 808s.
The reason this melody sounds like this is because they're using chord extensions. Without them, this melody simply lacks character. The way extensions work is you choose your 1 note, skip 2 at 3, skip 4 at 5 to create regular chords. And now you can extend this here to make a 6th chord, here to make a 7th chord, and so on. And different types of extensions can bring a different character to a chord. Remember, the most common and best sounding extensions are 6 if you want to repeat the same chord like here, 7 for R&B, and 9 for trap.
This is a gem because basic triad chords are only going to get you so far. Like, if you swear up and down that you're using the right chord progression, but you can't get the sound that you want regardless, chord extensions will probably be your solution. Adding those extra notes can give your chords a whole new flavor, especially when you know what you're doing. That's why it's particularly dope that bro went out of his way to tell you which chord extensions to use in specific genres or situations. That's a GOAT move, no cap. So I'll use the 6th on this 3rd chord and the 7th on this 4th chord to make my chord progression more interesting. I like this a lot. I give this short 54 sound goodizers out of 32 parametric equalizers. Before we move on, I just want to let you know that this video is sponsored by my channel memberships. They make it possible for me to make this dope content while rarely taking sponsorships, which is why I personally thank each and every one of them by name in the description of every video. If you want to support the channel and also get cool things like beat reviews and collabs, you can become a channel member via the link in the description below. Thank you so much to each and every channel member. All right, let's get back to the YouTube shorts.
Here's how to make a good melody. Start off by laying down some bass notes. Turn that into some simple triad. I layered it with an instrument that had a bit more high end just to fill up those frequencies. I added a violin as a lead and it eventually just becomes more of an ambient layer. Then I added this pluck just for another melodic component.
Just a beautiful demonstration of how to build a full melody. Using this chord progression we built as an outline, let's just follow bro's formula. We can do some bass notes using this Moogie patch from Repro 1. We already know the chords from Chordify, so we can just layer those using this organ that I found in Repro 5. We can layer the chords to add a high-end texture, but instead of using traditional chords like he says in the short, we can use broken chords. These are derived from a much deeper musical concept called arpeggiation. Basically, you just want to use the same chord but split it into a pattern like this. We can build this lead melody using the rubber foam patch from Repro 5. And we can use the Ace nylon guitar from Flex as another melodic component that complements the lead melody. So here's the full melody. The main idea of this short is to build a solid MIDI melody and then use sound selection and mixing to turn it into a dope sounding sample. My only caveat is that most melodies won't need so many layers, which is why in the final melody that I'll export and send to my email list, I'm gonna take out that guitar melody. Less is usually more. I give this short 17 triplet flows out of 25 Playboy Cardis.
Pyrex Whippa has some of the best drum programming in the game. But what's the key factor to his god level bounce? Here it is. Pyrex uses unique rhythms and a minimalistic approach to give his beats the ultimate bounce. Here are a few tips that will help you do the same. Pyrex tends to put his open hats in unique places. Most of us do something like this, whereas Pyrex would do something like this. Also important, Pyrex uses slower tempos, usually between 105 and 128 BPM. Pyrex makes his 808 patterns more interesting by adding rolls using the 1/3 and 1/6 grid slicing options. And he keeps his drums locked in by having the hi-hats follow whatever the 808s and other drums are doing.
Pyrex is one of the most unique producers in the world because he thinks outside of the box with the way he programs drums. I think that's the point here. Slower tempos allow more opportunities for bounce in your programming. Wheezy tends to do things pretty similar actually. 808s that roll in multiples of 3 or 6 also sound dope and unique. Unique open hat placement is a slept-on aspect of creating bounce in your beat. Try finding different places to put them other than the 2 and 4 beats. And linking the movement of your hi-hats to the way the rest of your drums are hitting can really lock things in. Here's how all of this sounds in our full beat. I give this short a 10 out of 10 because I made it. But like, nah, for real, I give it 11 boy wonders out of 64 wonder girls. Or something stupid like that. I actually planned to do way more, but this video is already getting pretty damn long. I'm thinking about doing another one, but maybe I'll do it with like TikToks or IG Reels. And who knows, maybe I'll even ask you to send me some stuff. So definitely let me know if you enjoyed this and want to see more. The card to the video of that melody making formula should be appearing on the screen right now, and I'll see you there. Peace.
Now, Zay, we're going to get down to the bottom of this right now, all right? Now, why were you banging my wife? Oh, you think this is funny? What?